Well, we were all under a lot of pressure, everyone in their own special situation and all that, but like, for me, it was rising to the biggest. This is the first record I've ever made, and I expect a certain amount of expertise from myself, and I felt like it's not going to be good enough unless you work until you drop. And with the producer we were working with, who came later in the picture, but basically the past year has been with this producer, and he's a meticulous, very, very anal, but in a wonderful way, hard worker, and he pushed on the process of learn your tool, learn your voice, go rip apart Led Zeppelin records, figure out what the rhythm section is supposed to do. It was just a lot of intense work, and sure, most of the pressure came from inside of myself. Yeah. So for all of us in different ways, and Eric obviously a totally different story, but I knew I was only going to do my best. Yeah. and be able to walk away from it knowing I had done everything I could have, and I feel great and proud. That's an example of one of the songs on the record that took 4 years. Basically, from the moment I joined the band, the first time we rehearsed together, we started to sing together. It was the first time we had sung together, and it became it evolved. When we played live, it was a song called Sugar Coma that we did for MTV Unplugged as well, and that was kind of a country, sad love song, or sugary love, beautiful, whatever. And then when we got to the studio, we wanted to take it one step further, and we had our friend Evan from the Lemonheads, who's a classic pop, cute songwriter, and we wanted to make it the perfect Lemonheads song, because Evan wasn't making records at this point, so it was kind of an ode to Evan. Then Jeff Buckley died, and it was a similar. The beautiful boys on the radio, the sound to the
and he drowned.
Yeah, there was the water thing, and then we were still pushing, because we pushed all of our songs.
And how can
to
it
the
be
very
about
end.
California? How can it be about California?
Bringing it to the ocean on that Pacific Coast Highway thing, and the boys.
You heard.
Yeah,
that's amazing. You heard that.
And then the chorus was written like. Then it became this classic guitar riff chorus, and then she came up with this great melody.
Because I could see Dennis Wilson, I saw, and then it became about a girl who sits alone in her room and listens to the radio, and then it's the boys on the radio sing to her, and they promise her that when she gets to heaven they'll be there.
And so you got the girl alone in her room communicating with all these boys who are.
She thinks all the songs are about her.
Yeah.
Because, me and Melissa have had a lot of songs written about us. We actually are going to start a band called All About Me and just do covers of all the songs that are about us. I don't know how many there are about Eric, but there's, I think we could do a double album at this point.
What is trying to be expressed? Has it changed? Is that what?
Well, it's evolved. There's been evolution. Like we were there was pop elements in our on our first album, that they were buried in the style that we had chosen for that album. Mm-hmm. So.
As the style evolved and
the
tool of expression evolved, I'd say definitely the vision too.
Yeah.
More light, more depth, even maybe, I don't know.
The generational concern with selling out is one of the reasons that our generation hasn't risen up and had leaders. You know, when you sell out when you take money or you take something for something that you know you shouldn't be doing. If you sign on to a corporation, what, you know, as a band, what you're signing on, and I did it with my eyes wide open, is to participate in getting it out to as wide as possible, and to participate in something that has a lot of commercial appeal. For instance, Pulp Fiction, a movie where there's no compromises made, and it has a lot of commercial appeal, and it sticks to the director's original vision. That's exactly what this record is, and was always an ambition. So I talk a lot on the record about the conflict generationally, certainly in my country, of what selling out is, and how it's oppressed people. The nihilism of, oh, I can't sell out. I've been in rooms with great composers, some of the greatest minds of my generation, songwriting-wise, watching them write a song that was going great and had a great hook, and then say, oh no, it's too cheesy, oh no, it's too commercial. And where are they now? They're working at a bar, you know, for one thing, and they're not happy about it. Because you have your shot, you take your shot.
And it'd be nice to be able to inspire not only more women, but more people of our generation and our experience in music, or just in, you know, where spirituality is at this time in life. I don't have as many peers as I would like to, people that come from where I come from, speaking to a big audience about how they're feeling about right here, right now. And that makes, you know, I hope we can encourage more people to be a little bit more ambitious and learn the tools to communicate.
You have to have tools. And also in our generation, you know, having a closeness to God is considered selling out. Anything other than cynical nihilism is selling out. What the fuck kind of life is that? Where's the enthusiasm and the engagement and the happiness and the joy and the ecstasy and the pain and the you know, the love and the death and the life and the hate of living? If ever, you know, you're not even allowed to love God. You're not allowed to find your own excellence. You're not allowed to be ambitious. Because why? Because we've been brainwashed by baby boomers. So fuck them. You know, this generation needs more leaders, more people that are willing to build buildings, you know, from an ambitious point of view. You know, so that's the sellout story. We're gonna mix it up though. I was listening to Pretty on the Inside for the first time in forever, and I was just like, let's play one of the most deranged Pretty on the Inside songs next to like Malibu.
Yeah. No,
You know what I mean? Like, blah. We'll mix it up.
Yeah, it will
But
be
it'll be
great.
fun because it'll be big. I mean, it's going to be a lot bigger and exciting.
But it can
With
still
the
be,
show.
it doesn't have to just be restrained. It can still, I mean, restraint is one thing when writing songs, but I think when performing rock music, you gotta let it go and you gotta burn it up. And that's my fear, is burning up at both ends and like, not being a great grandmother because I'll have burned it off on stage. And I can't walk onto a stage and not give it up. So I'm scared a little bit of it. And that's what I was just talking about. The people around me have got to protect me from negativity. We were gonna, in sort of old Fleetwood Mac tradition, I think we still are. Do you want to still do that? Remember our plan?
We'll have the room all white.
Hire only cute roadies, right? Because you notice how roadies aren't that cute? You know why? Because men hire roadies. If roadies were women, right? You can be sure they'd all have really big boobs or something, right? So me and Melissa had this decision. We're going to hire like a bunch of beautiful boy roadies, and we're going to have like white rooms, really pretentious 70s. Just deal with it, okay? Because it's not punk. I don't care. All right? You know, like white rooms with hemp and like beautiful tapered candles and everything clean.
Teachers, fruit,
yoga
vegetables.
teacher. And then go out where it smells like piss and beer. So it's a mix up.